TCL, take one.
Never in my life have I been scared of the actual scale of a company until now. The US has a reason to be concerned. This one company holds the biggest secret in the tech industry right now. Before I got on that plane, I thought I knew exactly what TCL was. A TV brand that makes aircons and screens at good prices. You've probably got one in your house, or at least a component they produce. I've come to the realization that I did not know what TCL was. And the reason most people don't is because TCL doesn't really need you to. They're not a company that shouts. They're a company that builds. And while everyone was looking elsewhere, they were secretly building something that most people in the industry didn't think was possible. Let's start with what's on paper, because even on paper, this doesn't look real. TCL produces 26 million televisions per year. That's roughly one television every 2 seconds. Multiply that every hour, every day, 365 days a year, that's volume. Last year, for the first time ever, TCL became the #1 television manufacturer on the planet by shipments in December 2025. #1. For the first time in history, someone took that position from a brand that had owned it for years. But here's the thing. TVs are almost the least interesting thing they make. TCL is the world's #2 exporter of aircons. 20 million units a year shipped across every continent. This factory produces a new air conditioner every 7 seconds. And refrigerators, TCL has been the world's largest refrigerator exporter for 16 consecutive years. Which is just a seemingly silly little fact I tell you as a segue, because in their factories they have these stress testing chambers where the whole room is a fridge. The whole room. That just blew my mind. Trust me, I've been in there. It's insane. There are 38 TCL manufacturing bases, 4 continents, $26 billion in revenue last year. And their profits grew by nearly 190% in a single year. So, the trip to China. When TCL invited me to fly out to their global partner conference, I said yes without thinking twice. Because numbers on a screen are one thing. Seeing the machine that makes those numbers real, it's something entirely different. So here's the deal. My expectations were set based on things I've seen and experienced before. A factory with high churn and lots of logistics. I climbed on the flight and missioned on my way to China. Once I got there, I checked into my hotel, and the only thing that was left to do is experience TCL, right? But nothing could have prepared me for the actual scale which they operate at. When we got to the factory, my jaw stayed firmly on the floor. They have fully machine-operated factories, floors of buildings dedicated to an entire production line, where the entire building is just a factory. Floor on floor on floor of production lines, pumping out insane tech at volumes that sound unrealistic. And what you have to understand is this is one facility, inside one division, of one company. One of 38. Here's where it gets genuinely strange. Most people think of TCL as a brand, the logo on a box, and that's fair. That's what they want consumers to see. What they don't advertise is TCL also owns CSOT, China Star Optoelectronic Technology, one of the most powerful display panel manufacturers on the planet. And CSOT operates the world's largest Gen 11 LCD panel fabrication facility in Shenzhen, China. Those panels they make don't only go into TCL televisions. CSOT supplies display technologies across the industry. The screen you're watching on right now, whatever brand name is on the bezel, might be running on a TCL-made panel, and you would have absolutely no way of knowing. CSOT is now the #1 manufacturer of gaming display panels on the planet. #1 in panels above 98 inches. #2 globally in TV panels overall. They don't just sell you a TV. They might be selling you the screen inside the TV you thought someone else made, which I find both incredibly impressive and deeply terrifying. This company that literally everybody uses is flying so low under the radar that we genuinely don't know the scale of TCL. So let me give you the actual numbers, because I went and found them, and they're genuinely unhinged. TCL employs over 70,000 people directly. Their R&D team alone is 20,000 people strong. 20,000 people. That's purely dedicated to doing research. That's bigger than the total workforce most consumer electronic brands you actually know the name of have. They've also filed over 70,000 patents. That's like a patent per employee. They hold nearly 19,000 international patents. In quantum dot technology specifically, the thing inside your premium TV, they're ranked number 2 in the world for patents, behind only the Koreans. They spent 8.87 billion yuan on research and development in 1 year. That's over $1 billion just on R&D, just in 2024. Now, the factory acquisition, because this is what actually stopped me. LG Display. You know LG, right? They spent decades building a display factory in Guangzhou, China, a Gen 8.5 facility, one of the most advanced LCD lines in existence. It took years and billions to build. In September 2024, TCL wrote them a check for $1.47 billion, cash, and LG handed over the keys. LG Display no longer owns a single large area LCD factory. TCL does. They just absorbed it and moved on. But that's not even the most aggressive thing they're doing right now. TCL is currently building the world's first generation 8.6 inkjet-printed OLED factory in Guangzhou, China. $4.1 billion of investment. This is a technology that Samsung and LG, the two brands the entire world associates with OLED, do not have a production line for yet. They broke ground in November 2025. The main structure was completed in 151 days. Only 151 days. And their target for 2025 was to become the #1 TV panel manufacturer on the planet. They came second, which is still somewhere around 56 million panels in a year. The laptop panel business grew 64% in 1 year. Mobile phone panels grew 29%. Gaming monitors, #1 in the world. Monitors, #2 in the world. This is not a TV company with a side hustle. This is a display infrastructure company that also happens to sell you a pretty damn good TV. Think about the spaces you move through on a normal day. Your home, your office, a hotel room, the air conditioner running in the background. Real chance it was made by TCL. Even the phone in your pocket might have a display made by TCL. 16 years, world's largest refrigerator exporter, 16 consecutive years, and they have the largest appliance factory in Asia. TCL is not playing in the market. They are the infrastructure underneath it. The reason I was in China in the first place was for GPC 2026, the global partner conference from TCL, as a KOL, called a key opinion leader. TCL holds this event every 2 years. They bring their biggest partners and distributors in from all around the world. 500 key accounts, 49 markets, all in one room under one theme, pioneering for greatness. The centerpiece was TCL's SQD Mini LED technologies, their next generation panel, the world's first flagship TV built around it. Having stood inside that factory where they built it, it lands completely different. TCL flew me to China to show me all of this, and I've been thinking about why. I think it's because once you've seen it, the numbers stop being numbers. You understand what you're actually looking at when you see that logo. This is the company quietly running the tech in more homes than you'd believe, and nobody is even speaking about it. Fair enough, TCL. Fair enough.